Hey there, it's Mallory here with Cats.com, where we're all about cats. I have been reviewing cat litter boxes for the last several years, and over that time I have tested out litter boxes from pretty much every single different category, including covered boxes, uncovered boxes, top entry boxes, automatic litter boxes, sifting boxes, and disposable boxes made from cardboard. I've tried pretty much every type of litter box on the market. Each of these litter box types has its pros and cons, especially when you look at it from a human perspective. But the question remains, which type of litter box do cats prefer? And this is a question that has been lingering in my mind and in the minds of many in the cat community, including Bob, the founder of Purified Air, which is the litter box area deodorizer pictured behind me. And he was kind of the inspiration for this video, asking that we do something on figuring out exactly which type of litter box cats really prefer. So to get a real answer to this question, I've spent the last couple of weeks researching and testing to figure it out. Now, going into this, I had my suspicions. My cats have historically tended to prefer uncovered boxes, and this is what seems to be more cat appropriate generally. But I wanted to dig a little bit deeper, so keep on watching to find out what I learned. So first off, I wanted to figure out which type of litter box my cats, Wessie and Forrest, preferred. So I did a little semi-controlled test offering them one covered litter box and one uncovered litter box, meaning I took the hood off of the same box and filled each of these with the same Dr. Elsie's cat litter. After setting up the two new boxes, I removed the other boxes from their environment so they would have to select between these two, and whichever one they picked the most would be their favorite. I used my pet camera feed to monitor their responses to the litter box, checking how many times they used each of the boxes and which of the cats tended to prefer which box. And by the way, if you're wondering which feeder I'm using, this is the new Pet Kit Yum Share Dual Hopper feeder. It embodies a lot of the qualities that I look for in an automatic cat feeder. And the pet camera feed makes it easy to monitor your cat's eating habits and, of course, all of their habits throughout the day. So if you want to learn more about it, you can check out the link in the description. After keeping an eye on my cat's litter box behavior over the course of about a week, I had some results come in. So during the test, I found that my cats were pretty evenly split between the covered box and the uncovered box, with slightly more use going to that uncovered box. Now, what I noticed is that Forrest demonstrated a preference for the covered box, while Wessie demonstrated a preference for the uncovered box, which kind of lined up with my previous experience. But I didn't want to just rely on my cat's preferences to really understand what cats in general like, so I interviewed some experts and I polled the Cats.com community to hear about their insights as well. After a couple of days and 3,000 votes cast, uncovered boxes came out as the winner, with about 70% of users saying their cats prefer an uncovered box, and the remaining 30% saying that they liked a covered box. So, combined with my results from my test, it seemed like uncovered boxes were in the lead. But again, I wanted to talk with some experts to get their take on the matter. The first expert I talked with is cat behavior expert Miguel Delgado, PhD, who has shared her findings on cat behavior and psychology on her website called felineminds.com. And she shared some interesting insights from a study that was done on cats' litter box preference. She also shared some thoughts on which type of litter box is best for cats based on her experience, and emphasized that choice is a critical component here.
When you look at a larger than normal, so this was like 28 inches long, 18 inches wide, like way bigger than any commercial covered litter box, as a population, the cats not show a strong preference for covered or uncovered. But some individual cats did have a strong preference. So, out of the whatever number of cats that they had in the study, some preferred an uncovered box clearly, others preferred the covered box clearly, and then the rest of the cats kind of used both equally and didn't have a strong preference. So what we can take away from that is a few things. Like, one, we should not basically assume that just because this group of cats did not have a strong preference either way, that if you're using like a commercially sized litter box, which in my opinion are too small for cats, results may vary, right? You should not assume that your cat prefers a covered litter box or won't care just because this study found no differences in preference. Because most covered litter boxes on the market have other problems. They're too small. They have a flap. They have a top entry. These are all potential problems that I see over and over again in my cat behavior consulting business that basically can cause conflict. They can cause problems when the cat is elderly or overweight, because a top entry box can be hard to get into. A box with a flap traps you inside. The other thing that's really important to keep in mind is that research has shown that cat owners with covered litter boxes do not scoop them daily. In fact, they scoop them something like every 5 days on average. So we're basically setting up the owner and the cat for some failure if we recommend covered litter boxes.
I got a similar response from cat behavior expert Stephen Quant, who said that cats really need choice, but that uncovered litter boxes mimic the type of litter arrangement that they would prefer in nature.
Whenever we want to see what a cat likes or prefers in a home, it's great to go and look and see what a cat uses or prefers outside in nature. Well, they have the great outdoors. They have a lot of space, which is really important because one thing that we believe cats don't want is to be tracked. On the one hand, we want opportunities for cats. We want to give them choices. So that means more than one place. And that, by the way, that choice extends to other things in cats' lives, like feeding locations, watering locations, things like that. And so from my point of view, open is good. Cats are vulnerable at being predated upon by other animals, so they like to see out and scan. It's one of the reasons that some cats, not all, right? Some cats are fine with a covered box, but some cats are nervous or reluctant. They can't scan their surroundings well. At least a bigger box is going to give them the freedom to move around, turn around, and not feel cramped. Just on a more general subject, I'm a big believer in allowing animals choice. Help them in their lives by looking at who they are, what they need, and what they want, as opposed to just imposing upon them an idea.
So from what the experts are saying, cats tend to have varied preferences. Every cat is different, but they tend to lean more towards uncovered boxes. And for that reason, they tend to be a good place to start if you're not sure what your cat likes. For instance, Dr. Michael Thompson, founder and leading veterinarian at Pets Food Safety, says that he recommends to his clients to start with a simple, large, uncovered litter box. It provides sufficient space for the cat to move around and doesn't create an environment that can cause stress. This all makes sense when we think about what we know about cat psychology. So cats like to feel safe, and for cats, safety comes from visibility. When they can look all around them and monitor for threats coming from every direction, they're going to feel safer during this vulnerable time. And this is especially true if you have a multi-cat home where these kind of territorial conflicts can emerge, and bully cats can, cause problems when your cat is in the litter box. So visibility tends to be paramount. Besides preferring the visibility of an open box, cats like to have the space so that they can turn around and move comfortably in their litter box. And then another practical benefit of using an uncovered litter box is because it makes it easier to see what's going on in there. So with all of this in mind, I would generally recommend using an uncovered box to start, maybe incorporating a covered box into the mix just to see which type your cat prefers, and to give options if you have multiple cats in the home. Now, I know that a lot of people prefer a covered litter box for several reasons, and if you're not comfortable using an uncovered litter box because it seems kind of dirtier or smellier, I totally understand, but bear in mind that if you're not smelling it, your cat is. It's all locked in there. So instead of hiding the issue, confronting it head on is generally the kinder choice for your cat. So I would recommend using an uncovered litter box, keeping an eye on it, and just keeping it fresh by cleaning at least once a day. An uncovered litter box does, again, make it more obvious when the litter is dirty, so you might end up cleaning it more frequently and really giving your cat a better litter box experience. Regardless of what type of litter box they like the best, they always want a clean litter box. This is universal. Every cat wants a clean box. If regular cleaning doesn't seem like enough to make the open litter box comfortable for you, I would consider using a better cat litter. The quality of your cat's litter makes a surprising amount of difference in how much odor there is in the home. I would know, having tried many different types of litter over the years. As I mentioned earlier, my cats really like this Dr. Elsey's Cat Attract litter. It does a good job of eliminating odors as well. And because it is formulated to attract cats to the litter box, can be a good choice if you're in the middle of a litter box transition. Additionally, if you're still dealing with some odor from the uncovered box, you can try an air purifier to really knock out the last bits of smell. This is a good cat-friendly option because it doesn't cover the smell with something, irritating to your cat. It combats the odor directly. Purified air makes one of my favorite cat litter box deodorizers. It's developed to directly combat the compounds that cause cat litter odor, and it can be positioned on top of an uncovered box or mounted on the wall above your uncovered box. So it's very flexible, and it does a great job in my experience of knocking out every last bit of cat litter smell. Again, the type of litter box you choose is really just the beginning of getting your cat to love the box. Whether you choose an uncovered box or find that your cat really prefers a covered unit, putting it in the right place, filling with a great cat litter, cleaning it regularly, all of these things are going to be what it takes to ensure that your cat has kind of a happy and confident relationship with the litter box. So that's about it for me. I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what type of litter box your cat prefers and if you think you'll be changing anything based on the findings in this video. I want to mention that the research and testing involved in this video was all made possible by Purified Air, Dr. Elsey's, and Pet Kit, 3 brands which offer products that I have tested and used with my cats and would recommend. So check out the links in the description to learn more. I want to note that we're offering a 25% discount on Pet Kit products, so go ahead and check out the links in the description. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next video.